Hello, everyone out there in podcast land. This is your host, Severen Henderson, again for another episode of Department 3C Presents, a podcast connected to fire. Before we get the episode started, I just wanted to give a quick overall view of what it is I do, because a lot of people keep saying, what is it that you do and what are you offering? What is our call to action? What do you want to happen? Well, let me start off by telling you this. I am a business consultant, I am a life coach, I am a public speaker, and I am a marketing consultant. So if you need anything to do with business of any type, please reach out to me. My email address is info@d3cpresents.com. That's info@d3cpresents.com. Info@3cpresents.com. Got a little tongue tied there. Sorry about that. But you can understand and know what I'm saying. And at the same time, I want to speak to you and I want to be able to get you going in the right direction with any business that you need going. In addition to that, we have a phone number and we have an office that you can come to and visit us if you schedule an appointment. Our telephone number is 1-855-969-3538. You can expect to see a number from us there if you ever want to reach out. And the website is www.d3cpresents.com. And we look forward to speaking to you and serving you in any way we can. And always remember, we're here when you need us. Hello, everyone out there in podcast land. This is Severen Henderson back again with another episode of Department 3C Presents, a podcast connected to fire. Today, I have the opportunity to speak with the Downing brothers. They are doing their thing. We're all in the fire service, and I had to hunt them down and had to track them down and try to get them both in the same place at the same time, and that was like the biggest accomplishment of the month of June for me. Today's the last day. I got it going. So shout out to me for getting that done. But no.
You definitely got that. You definitely got us at the 11th hour.
In real talk, shout out to them for coming through. I really appreciate you guys coming through. So while we have the time, without further ado, please introduce yourself, gentlemen, and tell us, well, tell the audience. I know why you're here, but tell them why you're here, please.
My name is Anthony.
My name is Anton.
And we are the Downing brothers.
Look at that. Y'all got the whole thing together. I love it. Come on.
Yeah, so, we're from the south side of Chicago, work on, Chicago Fire Department, Engine 103.
Okay.
If it doesn't sound like it, we absolutely are twins.
Yeah. And, like many firefighters, we found ourselves saying, we got to have that side job, right? So, we started to invest in real estate. So, we bought property, started renovating, flipping. We own apartment buildings. And along the way, HGTV.
Yeah, because you guys had a original show, and now we got another show now. I was going to wait a little while to get there, but why not? Let's get to it. Tell us about the show.
Okay, well, our current show is Backyard Bar Wars on truTV.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And what is Backyard Bar Wars about?
Backyard Bar Wars is a competition show that blends comedy, construction, and competition.
Comedy, construction, competition. I like it.
So we have a host. His name is Chris DiStefano. He's a comedian, stand-up comedian from New York. He's nuts. So you guys are going to love it when you see him. He kind of introduces the rules and things of that nature. He does all the silly stuff, and then we do the serious stuff, right? So now he introduces the Downing brothers, and then we come on, and then we listen to what the competitors want. They have these dreams of the type of bar they want, right? So they might want a fire department bar, or they might want a
tiki bar
or a speakeasy. So there's any number of ideas that people have as far as the type of bars that they want. So we bring their dreams to reality, and then they have their friends come and vote on who has the best bar. The winner gets bragging rights and $10,000.
Oh, okay.
The loser has to do an epic punishment, meaning something like a slip and slide with chocolate and baby oil and beer being poured on top of them.
Okay.
Or getting strapped to a wheel spinning around while everybody, neighbors, friends, everyone is using super soakers filled with Malort And water.
Ooh, Malort. Did y'all bring that?
We did not bring any Malort, and that's the most terrible thing I've ever tasted.
Oh, man. Oh, you're gonna insult my co-host for my other show, Designated Drinkers, because we did a whole episode dedicated to Malort. I think that was our first episode we did.
And what, he advocates for how great it is?
It's a she, and yes, she advocates for how great it is, the flavors and everything.
It's an acquired
The
taste,
flavors?
like liver.
I think we used to have a bottle. If I had my cameras working, which I don't, we would show off all the awesome stuff we have here in the studio. But we used to have
quality liquor.
I gotta listen to this episode. I want to know. I've never heard anybody advocate for Malort.
Please do. Yes, we have a whole episode dedicated to Malort. There are different types of Malort that I learned on this episode. There's sweet Malort, bitter Malort. It's all bitter to me.
Exactly.
It tastes like a flower. One tastes like something else to digest teeth.
Did you think it tastes like a flower?
After I drank enough of it, but maybe I was too gone. I don't know. But after a while, it just started tasting better and better the more I drank it. So I have nothing bad to say about Malort.
Well, for all of your fans that love the spirits, there's plenty of spirits on Backyard Bar Wars.
Okay.
We feature different signature drinks every episode.
Okay.
2 signature drinks, actually, because both of the competitors have to have a signature drink that goes with their bar.
That sounds awesome. I can't wait to see this show. When is this show coming on?
Well, we premiere on July 8th. Central Time, that'll be 9:30,
10:30
Eastern.
Okay, got it. It's so funny. I grew up on the East Coast, and we always say the Eastern Time first, then the Central Time. We always say
he did a
10:30,
reverse.
9:30
Yeah,
Central.
I really didn't I?
Oh, it's quite all right. Hey, as long as we know what time it is coming on and where to catch it, because it sounds like an awesome show. I'm looking forward to watching it myself. I watched you guys' other show. I actually DVR and recorded it just to help you guys get the ratings up.
Yeah, no, and we had great ratings.
Ratings.
That was very helpful. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you, Seth.
Absolutely. Hey, anything I can do to help anybody else out, that's my whole thing. So, tell me a little bit more about the real estate industry and the real estate business. Like I got to fit you in real quick, and you guys just came from an event. Can you tell me more about it?
All right, so one of the things that we advocate for, so like if you know anything about our brand and if you go to our social media or our website, we really advocate for building generational wealth through real estate. And in order to do that, it has to be more than what most of us learned from our parents, like get a good job, buy a house, and that's it. We look at real estate with strategy. We look at it as something that is a business. So we have these 2 things that we look at. When we purchase property, we're looking for equity, meaning that the value beyond what you owe on the mortgage that you get to keep, the profit that you can make off that property, that's the equity, and cash flow. So if you're renting out your properties, how much money a month in profit are you going to make?
Like that's like after landscaping and repairs and stuff like that.
And the mortgage.
Okay.
So what kind of profit can you make from that property on a monthly basis? And if you have equity and you have cash flow, you're hitting a home run, because then you can leverage the equity with a cash out refinance to make improvements to the property or use it as capital to buy your next property.
Okay.
And then with the cash flow, you can pay your household bills where you actually live, or you could decide to save that money up as capital to get you to your next property so that you can have 2 cash flowing properties, 3 cash flowing properties, 4 is no end to it. You have to have a plan. That's why we always say dream,
plan,
execute.
Oh, look at that. Y'all did it again. I like when y'all do that. When y'all like hit the tag team thing. That's so awesome. I remember when I was little, I was like, I wish I had a twin brother or a clone so they could go do stuff for me. And I didn't have to do it. And then I was like, nah, he probably wouldn't go for it, just like I wouldn't go for it the other way. So, but that's awesome. I love how you guys bring about a generational change or a generational reverse of what we've seen before, and try and keep things going in the right direction, because that's what it's all about. I mean, absolutely having a plan and being able to execute that plan is something that we love to hear about. Now, go ahead.
I just wanted to bring a connection between the fire service and what we do in real estate.
Yeah.
Right. So, and you're on the squad, right? So when you come in to the Chicago Fire Department, you start off as a candidate. Yeah. You don't really know much, especially if you've never been in the fire service prior to this. Like me, I wasn't in the fire service. I learned everything in the academy, and then I went to Tallahassee 34, and then I got my fire experience fighting fires with veterans who knew what they were doing, right?
Yep. Great company.
But once you get to the firehouse, do you have a plan, right? So you dream of maybe being on the squad one day.
Yep.
And then you make these plans by taking all of these classes, by talking to veterans, really being coachable at the fire scene, reading articles. There's so much that you can do to dream and to plan for what you want to do with your career and eventually execute on that by, applying to the squad and doing the interviews and so on and so forth. There's so much you can do, but you have to dream about what you want, make the plans for it, and then actually physically go execute on it to get where you want to be. And in real estate, it's the same thing. You have to dream about the type of real estate you want. Do you want a single family home or multi-unit properties or commercial property? Are you making plans? Are you educating yourself? Are you taking classes? Are you listening to podcasts? Are you showing up at events? You know what I'm saying? Are you networking with people who are successful, who are already doing what you want to do? Right. And in the fire service, it's the same thing.
Yep.
You know,
that's I wrote that book, Hey New Guy, and that is part of what I talk about in the book, that you have to kind of get a mentor and you have to learn from a person, and you got to pick the right person to gain that information, gain that knowledge from. So let's talk a little bit about fire. So you talked about going to Tower 34 in Chicago, but let's start with you. Where are you at in the fire world?
Well, I'm in the south suburb of Dalton, which physically touches Chicago at 138th Street.
Okay.
Been on Engine 16 pretty much my whole career.
Okay. Now, do you have engineers out there, or is it just firefighters, then officers, and
No, we got captains, lieutenants, engineers.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Not the most familiar with the south suburbs, so I always, like to be curious, and not just for myself, but for the audience that doesn't know much about the south suburbs of Chicago and everything. So you say it touches at 138th?
Right.
Okay, cool. And when you guys first came in, we were talking about kind of the hustle bustle you guys got going on because you're filming a show, you're doing real estate, you working at the same time, and you said you got beat up last night. So
for real, man, it's like it's so interesting being in Los Angeles, being in Hollywood for like 17 days, and then you come home, and for us, we got to do a whole bunch of 48s. Doing all a bunch of trades so that we can be gone like that, right?
Yeah.
And I come in and I'm like, okay, man, this is great. I'm back again.
Yeah.
And then we tone it out like every hour on the hour.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I didn't really want to come back like that.
Yeah, right. I thought I was going to ease my way back in, not just get beat up out the gate. Yeah.
It rained all day yesterday. So, of course, we had... multi-car accident. We had a car accident just up against the wall, like with no other car involved. The dude was drunk.
Yeah.
I mean, every type of accident you could think of, we had.
Y'all had that day. Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry to hear that.
I had one call.
I know that,
and it was a car accident. It was a car accident. It was just one.
It was just one.
I can't
it was
stand
bad.
you.
It was two cars. It was two cars.
It was two cars. That makes sense.
We helped some people. They got the ambulance came. Nobody died.
At least you saw somebody.
Yeah.
Unlike you guys, he hit a wall and ran off. Like I said, I'm sorry. That's all I can say. I know how that goes. Some days, you get beat up, and some days you get away with one. So
I got away with one.
So you got away with one. That's okay. So how is it going out there in LA? I know the show, it sounds fun. Like I said, I can't wait to hear it. Oh, not hear it. I can't wait to see it. I'm thinking about the podcast because I was going to ask you guys about your podcast. But tell me a little bit more about being out in LA for the time that you guys are out there.
Man, it's really amazing, because we spent our whole life in Chicago, except for the 4 years we were down at U of I in Champaign, right? So we've been in Illinois our whole lives, never got a chance to live somewhere else. And out there, in Chicago, everything is flat. Out there,
it's all hills,
mountains, oceans.
Okay,
you know what I mean? It's like just the visual of what you see and experience. It's like I'm driving, and I feel like I'm looking over. I'm like, I feel a way about this. Like, let me get back to a regular road, please.
This is a hill. Okay.
And everybody works out too. And I'm like, well, I'm glad I at least, kept in shape. But now when you in LA, you feel like you need to be working out every day.
No, we got to get our game up.
It's funny out there because it's like one way or the other. Either you're going to be super in shape or you're going to be super fat. It's one or the other. Because, you can be like I just keep thinking of Biggie for some reason. Because he was big and he went out to LA, but he was Biggie already. But either you gonna be big or you just gonna be a super toned up, in shape dude. So
Yeah, we want to get on the other side of this super toned up shape.
I guess our Midwest way is gonna have to change.
Yeah, but it's beautiful out there. The one thing is they have consistent weather. Like it's 75, 80 degrees every day, and then at night, as soon as the sun sets, then it drops to like 55 degrees.
Okay,
and it's like every single day. But then a heat wave hit like right before we came back, and it was like 100 and something degrees. I remember we were filming, and I got a rent-a-car. So when we finished filming, I went to the car. 117 degrees.
Oh, no. It's too true.
So I had to turn the car on, turn the air conditioner on, and
Wait
just
a
stand
minute.
outside the car with the windows down until the air conditioner started picking up for real.
Yeah, that's no fun at all.
And wait till you see us what we were doing in that episode. I'm up on this roof. I'm drilling down this bamboo hatching, just for the aesthetic.
tiki bar?
It was he did a tiki
I had the tiki bar a few episodes.
I did like I forget what we called it, but it was a Southeast Asian themed bar or whatever.
Okay.
So I had this bamboo thatching that I put on the roof. I go up on the roof. I got no knee pads. I'm sweating. I'm talking about I'm dripping. Like, stay hydrated, my friends.
Yes.
Because I was up. Bro, it was something else, and then my knees were cooking. I felt like a turkey or something up there. I'm like trying to do what I'm doing, and then every time they said cut from me, I had to explain something, right? I'm explaining what I'm doing, and then as soon as they say cut, then I'm like, can I get down? And like, no, we need you to do some more.
It really does make you like really want your bunker gear back. You know,
Bro, bunker gear would have been better
that was
than
my thing.
knees in these jeans.
That was that's what I was just about to get into. You was a tower guy. You should have been used to all of that, being up there on the roof, getting it done.
I was exposed, bro.
Well, it take a big man to admit when something like that happens. So thank you. As far as the heat and the sweating, how does that work for the camera? Because don't you gotta like stay with a certain look, or they like want the sweat beads to show how hard you're working?
On that scene, no, they was like,
they want us to be on some
real
construction crew type stuff, right then.
Okay.
During the reveal, we have like totally different outfits. We're looking all cool and stuff, but no, not while we actually building.
When y'all working, When
we working, Because I know it's gonna be the first thing they say, like, how much of that are you doing yourself? When you see us on camera, that's us really doing it.
Okay.
I'm really screwing that up there. I'm really hammering, lifting, cutting. Whatever you see us doing, I'm really doing it. I poured a concrete, so I poured a concrete countertop.
Yeah. Okay.
But we use this quick set that only takes like 10 minutes. So literally, as I pour it on there, we gotta hurry up and smooth it out, and you spraying water on it to keep it from settling until you can smooth it out the way you want it to do it. But they were like, no, we need you on camera doing all of it. They'll pass you. So they're passing me the buckets. See, I'm talking about heavy buckets, bro.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like 30, 40 pounds.
I believe you.
It's like 40 pound buckets.
So hand cans of water.
Huh?
Hand cans.
Hand cans.
Yeah.
Heavy hand cans.
Heavy hand cans of water going on
high
there.
rise heavy hand cans.
So everything you saying just kind of relates to the fire service. When it's time to work, it's time to work.
Bro,
you gotta move quick. You gotta move quick. So you guys were prepared for this. Y'all, came to the game ready. It sounded like y'all bringing the element that nobody else could bring to this show.
It's true, and I think that because so many firefighters are skilled laborers, or they are plumbers, they do paint, whatever it is. You kind of drawn on that experience of the guys around the dinner table talking about what they do when they get ready to leave.
Absolutely. That's one of the things I always wish I would have done, is gotten to a trade, because there's so many tradesmen and some of them are really excellent at their craft. So you guys are getting to show that off on TV and big upping us, and I'm sure all the firemen across the country and the world appreciate that. So thank you very much, guys. Well, like I said before, I wanted to know about your podcast. So tell me a little bit about that.
So our podcast is called Homecoming with the Downing Brothers, and you can find it Apple. You can find it everywhere, and we have a YouTube channel. The Downing Brothers YouTube channel. And so on our podcast, we have real estate professionals, we have entrepreneurs, business owners, that come on and talk about their journey, where they're from, how they built their business, how they learned to do what they do, and we get them to give us real numbers. Like, how much did it cost?
Yeah.
How long did it take?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
What year was that? You know what I'm saying? Like we really get it out of them
Really
because
students of the process and what they have going on.
Yeah, we want to know what they failed at.
Yeah, okay.
Because a lot of, at the end of the day, you're a proud failure when you learn from your mistakes and then, you know, supersede that and overcome it and become a, you know, successful business.
Right. I want our listeners, you know, you listen to the podcast and you learned how to do something. You get inspired to do something, and you don't have to sit there and say, "Oh man, they just talking about how great they are." No, they're talking about the actual experience.
Thank you, because I've listened to plenty of shows, and they sat there and said, "You know, it take a lot to do this." I'm like, "Okay, now tell me the rest. Tell me some more."
No,
yeah,
we felt the same way.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, and that's the reason why we're transparent. Like every one of our real estate deals did not go great. In fact, one of our deals almost failed. Our mother had to help us with funding, give us the money to finish that deal in order, and we completed it. We were able to sell it over market price, but had she not come in, I don't know if the deal gets done.
Yeah.
And that might have been the end of our real estate career.
The end, really?
It could have been the end because we could have lost all of our money.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We had failed an inspection for our for the back porch. It was a 3-story back porch. We failed the inspection like 4 times.
So let me ask you this. You say we. You guys do all of your stuff together as far as real estate, or do like each of you do something like
Yeah, pretty much.
independent of each other? Y'all do it all together.
We do everything together.
Okay, that's cool. So, if somebody say myself, I'm only child, it's just me, and I don't have somebody that I trust as much to do everything with as you do, how would I be able to invest in real estate just solo in my situation?
All right, so we say this all the time. We build relationships before we build houses.
Okay.
And what I mean by we build relationships, at the end of the day, you have to build a team around you. Like we're not an army of one. You know, you grow up and you see the commercial army of one. Yeah. We're not an army of one. We have a loan officer that we trust to get financing. We have a realtor that we trust to help us find properties. We have an attorney to make sure that our deals are negotiated right and that we're protected. We have an inspector that we know, hey, I need you to tell me everything that's wrong with this property.
Right.
Because he can help me with negotiation. He can help me to be aware of what needs to be fixed. And I trust them. And they know that I'm a repeat customer. Like this isn't a one and done, you'll never see me again. So when all of these people on your team, the contractors, they know that there's more business coming or that you're referring them to get them other business elsewhere.
Okay.
And so the key is to build out a team and for all of them to be aware that this is not a one and done, that this is a long lasting relationship. I mean, it's the same way when you're dealing with women, right? Like women, they want consistency. They want to know that you care about them, that you communicate well, that after tonight, you're going to call them back.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Okay. So it's the same thing as that. So we're going to treat houses like we treat dating.
Yeah. Okay. But healthy relationships, right? Healthy relationships.
I like that. That part. I like that. That's you guys are making all the great metaphors coming through. So I'm with that. So we building out a team. We have everything going. That's how a layman person could just get into the real estate game. Again, this is for just somebody who has no idea of how to do anything. Do you guys offer the opportunity to work with you at this point, or are you guys just doing things on your own and making successes and teaching people from your failures?
Right now, we're not allowing people to work directly with us on deals. Eventually we will, but we do have a strong referral program. So when people can contact us, they can get a one-on-one consultation, they can buy our e-courses, and we can give them referrals to use our team, to use our contractors, attorney, realtor, inspector, everybody that we personally use for our projects, they can have access to, and they can know that, our deals are successful. Theirs will be too.
So plug that. Tell us how they can get in contact with you if they'd like to.
Basically, you can find us on social media at The Downing Brothers. I mean, we using our government names up in here. And that's for Facebook, Instagram, whatever. Also, it's The Downing Brothers for YouTube if you want to watch like visually watch our podcast.
But go to the downingbrothers.com if you're trying to contact us and you want those referrals. Because, I mean, they can really, that one-on-one consultation, one, we're going to walk you through the entire process that's specific to your situation, what you're trying to accomplish. And if you happen to be in the Chicagoland area, we can give you direct referrals to everyone you need to build your team out. And now our team can become your team. Like, we're not holding everyone who works with us hostage.
Right.
These are all professionals who do this every day that can help you through your process. And so go to our website, downingbrothers.com.
So they can pick and choose. Now, you guys have, like I said at the beginning, you got a ton going on. You got like clothes, you got books, you got the podcast, you got the show. And you guys are doing all this, you know, with the team up effort and doing an outstanding job. The one question I have for you, and this is a personal question, how you get them words on the bottom of the thing when you talking over the videos? Because that's what I want to do next. Like, man, when I put out my videos.
Bro.
Yeah, I set you up. Thought it was going to be something epic, didn't you?
No, man. All I did, look, go into the Apple Store and just put in captions.
Okay.
You got an iPhone?
I do.
Put in captions. It's a little app. It has a purple little icon.
Man, they got it on Android too, man. Why he always hating?
He has an iPhone. We're not talking to you right now. Seth, talk to me.
Okay, I'm listening to you, right?
And then it was really cool about it is, look, I put a 30-second video in there. It translates it for you. I move it down. You can change the font or whatever.
Yeah, it like pops up as you say the word.
I do that in like 3 minutes, bro. 2 minutes. 3 minutes.
Listen, see, that's what I'm saying. I need to, like, y'all got your hands in a lot of cookie jars.
Hey, and I want people to know that new series I started where I'm wearing a blue shirt. All of those I do on set while I'm filming Backyard Bar Wars.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? That made me think of the other thing. Then y'all had a video too, right? How was that? What was the video? Oh,
Somebody when we dancing? When we got the music?
No, it wasn't a dancing video.
Our crowd quest. It wasn't that.
No, I haven't. Y'all got some stuff that just slipped past me. Nah, it's the one where it looked like it was a Halloween special.
Oh, yeah, we did that.
That's vampire mode.
Yeah,
We did that for Halloween.
Tell
we
me
did that
about-
for Halloween.
We did a short film
the year before last.
Yeah,
Not the year before last. That was October 2020.
That was
Halloween 2020.
Man, you know what? The pandemic
During the
made me feel like we did
Pandemic
everything
messed
before.
everything up. Yeah, I feel you on that. We still trying to recover from that. Okay.
Yeah, we had fun with that. What I think was it's like, okay, let's do something creative. We can promote our book because it was based around a book. We had a couple young ladies play a realtor and a person looking for a house, and the fact that they used our book as far as how they knew what questions to ask about the house.
Right.
That's what it was, but we wanted to do it in an indirect way.
Okay.
And then we, use the music. We got a little bit of that Michael Jackson Thriller theme going.
Get the vampire teeth out,
Yeah, just got in character and have fun with it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You guys got your hands in a lot of stuff, and I want the audience and everybody to know all the things that you have going on. So you said pretty much just go to the website, figure you can see everything there, and just go from there.
That's right.
Okay.
Or follow us on Instagram, man. Instagram, I think it's the easiest way for them to be able to find the videos, like the images, because Instagram, the way it's
the way it's set up.
Yeah.
I agree with you. When you go to the page, you can just kind of see everything that's there. I agree with you. So you guys answered every question that I have. I would love to keep you here longer, but I know you guys got stuff to do, busy, and everything else, and I appreciate the time that you did give me. So, with that being said, do you guys want to say anything, pitch anything else, talk about anything else before I let you guys escape?
One thing I want people to really do is really be intentional about whatever it is that you care about. If you right now the one thing you want to do is join the fire service, be intentional. Don't say, "Oh, I want to be a firefighter," but you're not taking any classes.
Yeah.
You haven't applied to any of the departments. You haven't even applied.
Right.
You haven't read any books or watched any movies or actually gone to a firehouse and had a conversation. Because most firehouses you go to if you go in the middle of the day and the door's up, you can go in there and talk to the guys.
Very welcome.
But be intentional. If you want to get into real estate, be intentional. You know what I'm saying? Do the work.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't want to actually do the work. Become passionate about something.
Yep. I like that.
And the last thing, when it comes to real estate for us, we're not transactional. We're transformational.
Ooh.
You know what I'm
Big
saying?
time.
We're
Big
trying
time.
to transform the lives of the people that we talk to, who listen to this podcast. So thank you, Seth, for having us. And for anybody that we work with, we want those communities, those neighborhoods, block by block, neighborhood by neighborhood, city by city to be better because of the home improvements and the renovations that they're doing. And hopefully we had something to do with it. But all of us can play a part.
Yep.
Even you,
and
the person listening right now.
All of us can gentrify ourselves.
You know what? I like that because people talk so negatively about gentrification and how stuff is coming to change. To me, change is a good thing as long as you're with that wave and you can help out.
Participate.
Participate. Be intentional, like you said, you know. And then you said if you want to be a firefighter, I know we're giving a test coming up soon, the city of Chicago. Right. There's always cities around the country. My hometown of Cleveland, they're giving a test right now as well. So if that's something that you want to do, there are ways to get it done, and you can reach out to me to find out more about any of that. So how about you, Anton? Do you want to say anything?
I mean, I just wanted to piggyback on what you're saying. If you go to theblueline.com, you can find like every major city. You can find, particularly for Chicago, you can find like all the suburbs testing right there.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Thanks for bringing that up. Thanks for coming, and I'm going to let you guys get out of here. Thanks for being a part of the show.
No doubt, brother.
All right. Thank you, guys.